Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to the part 3, the last part in the end of term 3 exam. This is writing. There are only 3 questions, but they carry a lot of marks because they are totally of 20 marks. And then there is 2 bonus questions as well, which can be any topic what we have learned throughout the term 3. If you want to know more about those topics, you can go to the playlist on the regular lessons of term 3, which I've uploaded already. You can go through them. Now we will focus on the main 3 topics that have been mentioned to you. And the first topic over here, the 21st topic, is to divide polynomials by synthetic division. But they have mentioned over here the topic 5 to 16. And if you look closely, 5 to 16 includes long division and synthetic division. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do both of the methods, not only synthetic division, the long division as well. Synthetic division was already done before in the previous topics, but I will do the long division, then I will go to the synthetic division. Here now, comparison of long division and real numbers and of real numbers and polynomials. This is just a basic understanding of comparing simple numbers and polynomials. What's the difference? Now imagine you have been asked to divide 288 by 3. What's going to happen? So you write this symbol over here, you write whatever you are to divide, and the divisor which is being divided by, that is 288 divided by 3. This 3 is the divisor, this is the dividend. So divisor, dividend, we write them. And then we see for the numbers over here, is this first digit 2 less than 3? Yes. If so, then take 2 digits from here. So 28, is it less than 3? No. 3 is less than 28. So then you can start dividing. You have to take 9, which is the closest to divisible number to 28. So if you know the tables of 9 times is 27. So it is just one difference. We write 27 and then change the sign here and then subtract and write 1. But it's not over. There's one number remaining which comes down now. That bring it down to 8, and now write this over here 6, and you can see 3 times 6 is 18. The remainder is 0. This is what we have done in long ago. Been a grade 4 and 5, you have done this method. Now here it's not very much different. Basically, you take the terms which is divisible and divide this, right? Same thing. Look over here. Here it changes a little bit. Look at this term and divide the first term only, not the entire term, only the first term. Okay? Here we take the entire term. Over here we see only this first terms. X squared divided by this term is equal to x. So that means you need to multiply this by x to get x squared. Or else you can think like this. What do you have to multiply this term with to get x squared? To equate these two terms, it is by x. So divisor dividend. Now this x, multiply it over here, you are going to get x squared minus x. What does this mean? It's x times x is x squared. Don't forget there's one more term which you need to multiply with my x. It'll be minus x over here. Next, what do? Here you change the sign. Over here we change the sign, it's the entire number, but here there are 2 terms. So we change the sign individually. For this minus, and this minus becomes plus. Now, solve it. The intention of changing sign is to cancel this. Now it's cancelled, right? Over here what happens is plus x minus 4x will be minus 3x. It's not over. Now bring this term down. You bring this down. And now you need to multiply this by minus 3 to equate it. X times minus 3 will become minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 3. Now change the signs over here. Plus and minus. Both cancels off. You know they are the same thing. It will just become plus over here. Plus and minus becomes 0. This plus and minus becomes 0. The remainder is 0. That's how we do it. Now this is a very simple problem. Now we will look into, this is the answer, the quotient, okay? Now we will look into a, like a proper problem. Here this is the divisor, the bigger number, the first number is the dividend. Write them, use the steps of long division, write the dividend inside, divise outside. What do you have to multiply this x term to get x squared? It's x. So multiply x times x is x squared, 4 times x is 4x. Change the signs and now solve it. Here you're going to get this is cancels and minus becomes add and write the negative sign. 5 and 4 will be minus 5 and minus 4 will be minus 9x. Bring this down over here. It'll be minus 36. Now do the same thing. What do you have to multiply x to get negative 9x? If you're getting confused, just divide this over here, divided by x. This x cancels, what's remaining? Minus 9. So you have to multiply by add minus 9 term and multiply x by minus 9. You'll get minus 9x. 4 times minus 9 is minus 36. They're the same term, so when you subtract each other, it'll be 0. That's the answer. The quotient is x minus 9. That is it. The remainder is 0 over here. Let's try one more over here. Same thing. Dividend is above term, divisor is over here. But now look, this is a bit complicated because it's just not multiplying z or x or single term. You need to look carefully. You need to multiply 3z power 2 to get, because this is only z power 1. So 3z power 2, multiply this, you're going to get the first term same. Our main intention is to cancel this term and reduce these. Minus 5 times 3 is negative 15, z squared. Change the signs, this first term cancels. Over here you'll get only plus z squared. Why? Because 15 minus 14 is 1 z squared. Now bring this minus 7z down, and then now what do you need to multiply? It's only z. So z multiplied by z is z squared, and minus 5 times z is minus 5z. Solve it again. The first term gets cancelled. Z squared cancels because it's negative and plus. Over here you will have minus 2 because minus 7 plus 5 is minus 2z. Bring the next term down. What do you have to multiply now? Minus 2. Minus 2 times z would be a minus 2z, and minus 5 times minus 2 is plus 10. Look carefully. First term cancels off. What happens over here? Minus 10 plus 3 is minus 7. You are getting some remainder. Now, this is the answer, the quotient. 3z squared plus z minus 2. But there is some remainder. How do we write it is, basically write the quotient first, whatever is there. And then you need to write this term divided by the divisor. The remainder divided by the divisor. That is what we do. See, 3z squared plus z minus 2 minus 7 divided by the divisor z minus 5. Now this is your final answer. You can see this and over here. The remainder. See, this is the final answer. This is your quotient, remainder, but write it accordingly. This would be the answer. So they usually prefer it, see, like this. You can see over here. They write it remainder divided by the divisor. So this is for you guys. You have to do the long division method over here. They have mentioned the long division. So please solve this by yourselves and then check the answer. If you're thinking, what is this power minus 1? It's nothing. It means it's division. D squared plus 4d plus 3 divided by d plus 1. This is your divisor. So please do them by yourself and then check for the answers. They have mentioned 5 to 10 is from long division. These 6 problems are from long division. I hope this is clear. If not, please pause the video and go back again. And if you have any doubts, put in the comment section. Now then, we will go to synthetic division. Now, here we will use synthetic division. There are few steps you must remember. Synthetic division is only possible when it's a binomial. And one more thing is, there are certain things you must follow. Say, for example, x plus 3. You need to equate this to 0 and find what is the x value. It is minus 3. So minus 3 is very important. You must write it over here. Or you can just take it as a thumb rule. Whatever this number, change its sign and write. This number x plus 3, write minus 3. That's it. Write all the coefficients now. 3, minus 2, minus 53, everything over here. And then all you need to do is, see, this is the same step. Bring this term down, write it. You need to multiply this term with this and write the answer over here. What is happening? Minus 3 times 3 is minus 9. I'll repeat it. Solve this now. Add this. What's the answer you're going to get? Minus 11. Now, whatever the answer is down, you need to multiply this minus 3 with this and write over here. That will be 33 because negative 3 times negative 11 is positive 33. Add these two terms. Just add them. Doesn't matter the sign, no changing sign, just add them. It'll be minus 20. Now, this multiplied whatever is down over here and then write the answer over here. It's 60. The answer is 0. Always remember the last term, this line is drawn for the last term, is a remainder. The remaining terms are the factors. You start with the remainder. Don't write any coefficient over here. This is a constant value. This is x and this will be x squared. Always look at the dividend. It was 3x cubed. It will reduce by 1. It depends on the binomial. Because in synthetic division there is only binomials. It will be reduced by 1. Now, again, let's see. This is the quotient, 3x squared, which I've written over here. I've written 3x squared minus 11x minus 20. It's very simple if you follow the method. Now, let's look into one more problem. All you need to do is over here now, there is a little difference. Always the leading coefficient of the divisor must be 1. So this must be 1. What do? There is 2x minus 2, right? Don't worry, just divide everything by 2. But you can't just divide the denominator, even the numerator. Divide everything by 2 over here. So you're going to get 2x to the power 4. 37 divided by 2 is 18.5x squared. 4 by 2 is 2. 9 by 2 is 4.5. Here it will be 2x divided by 2 is x minus half. Now you can tell what is the x value. X equals positive half. So write this. Positive half is 0.5 over here. And then write the coefficients. These are the coefficients. 2, 0, negative 18, all that. Why 0? Because there is no x to the power 3. That's why we write 0. Now, again the same method. First term comes down. Multiply this over here. Write the answer over here. So 1. Add these both terms. 1. Multiply over here. It's 0.5. Add these both. Negative 18. Multiply. 9 minus 9. Add these both. Minus 7. Multiply. It'll be negative 3.5. Add 1 is the remainder. Don't worry, we have already written. See, write these coefficients. Now we are constant x squared, x cubed. See, the power 4 reduces by 1. It's power 3, highest degree over here. 2x to the power 3, x squared minus 18x minus 7. Now, what about the remainder? 1 divided by the divisor, x minus half. Or you can do one thing. What you need to do is just multiply over here by 2 and over here by 2. Only for this term. Because this is basically 1, isn't it? You're not doing anything wrong. You're just manipulating this. So this numerator becomes 2. Denominator becomes 2x minus half into 2 is 1. So you can write this. You're not done anything wrong. It's basically this 1 is for this denominator, but you can multiply both the sides by 2 and get 2. So this is it. That is the answer. So it's a very simple method. You should know the trick. You know how it goes. See, what happens is synthetic division saves your time considerably. Long division took us so long, but the synthetic division saves a lot of time. That's it. So please do try these by yourselves. Look over here. These are all simple, but now this one you need to divide entire above. I think so. It's the same. No. Above term and the below term must be divided by 2, and then over here you must divide both the terms by 3 and then solve it up. Other all are very straightforward. Please do solve it up and then check the answers. If you have remainder over here, make sure you divide by the divisor. If there is remainder 0, then just this is the answer. We saw in the previous problem. If the remainder is 0, it's something like this. Otherwise, you'll have the remainder divided by the divisor. That is the end of the division. I've not just done synthetic division, I've done long division as well. The reason is because 5 to 16 is mentioned in the Heikel, the exam scheme. And the first few problems were long division, and the next over here were synthetic divisions. If you have any doubts, please post them in the comments. And in the next section, we will do the topic number 22.